Mind is right now. Only 54 cents per unit. How can I resist that? Easy answer, I can't, which is why I have all these boxes in front of me right now. Hey everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting day for me, and I wanted to share my excitement with you because you see, I received a pallet containing almost 6,000 units. That's right. 6,000 units. I received a pallet containing roughly 31 boxes full of cosmetics. So this is a really exciting experience for me because never before have I gotten a pallet of all cosmetics. Well, first of all, this is a brand new palette that Wholesale Ninjas has started offering on their site. You guys know Wholesale Ninjas is by far my favorite place to source merchandise for my eBay store. So anytime I have the opportunity to try out a new product that they have available, I am all over that. So I've gotten their mixed cosmetic boxes before. I've gotten them in quantities of a few hundred all the way up to 500. I think I even got 1,000 units at one point, but I honestly can't really remember because I've gone through a lot of cosmetics over the years. So one of the major reasons why I prefer to get pallets over box lots and prefer to deal with a bigger volume of product is mostly because of unit price. Because a lot of the times with any company, if you're buying smaller quantities, you're paying a higher unit price versus if you get a pallet with thousands of products on it, you pay a significantly lower price per unit, and keeping your cost of goods as low as possible is extremely important when you're reselling. Let's get to the numbers so I can start digging into all these boxes. What's really awesome about these cosmetic palettes is that they are manifested. That means that there is a list of everything that is coming in the palette. A lot of the times when you're talking about purchasing liquidated cosmetics, manifests are not very common. It really depends on the company that you're buying with and where the merchandise is coming from. And that was one of the most intriguing things to me, was that there was actually a manifest telling me every single unit of cosmetics that was coming on the palette. And a lot of the times, if you have a manifest, that's kind of considered a privilege in the liquidation world, and a lot of the times things are more expensive because they are manifested. So I was really surprised to see such a low unit price and get a manifest with it. That's not very common in beauty liquidation. So with these cosmetic palettes, the price does vary by the palette depending on what is on the manifest and the total estimated retail value of the palette itself. The price that us resellers pay is roughly 5.5% of retail. Yeah, you heard me right. 5.5% of retail. That means if something has a retail value of $10, you're only paying 55 cents for it. That's how that math works out. So that means that in this manifest that I'm showing you right now, this palette is valued at $56,749. So that means at a 5.5% customer cost, we'd be paying roughly $3,121 for this palette containing 5,757 units. And I already did the math for you. That comes out to only 54 cents per unit. 54 cents per unit! Do you guys know how uncommon that is? It's very uncommon to not only get less than $1 per unit, but to get just a little over half of that. Mind is right now. Only 54 cents per unit. How can I resist that? Easy answer, I can't, which is why I have all these boxes in front of me right now. So if you are interested in integrating cosmetics into your eBay store, but maybe you're not exactly ready to have a 6,000 unit palette show up at your house, Wholesale Ninjas does have smaller box lots. You can buy them in quantities of 100 all the way up to 1,000, and Wholesale Ninjas does have some of the best pricing that I have ever seen on cosmetics liquidation. Their cosmetics boxes are as low as $1.14 per unit for shelf pull condition, which shelf pull condition is like new. They're not customer returns, they're not open packages, and their cosmetics rarely have stickers all over them, which means you don't have to take a bunch of time to remove stickers before you can get them listed online. This is also my last opportunity to remind you of the June special that Wholesale Ninjas has on their cosmetic lots right now. If you use code LINDEYJUNE by June 30th, you will get free shipping on all cosmetics lots, and an additional 5% off. This is seriously the best special I have ever heard Wholesale Ninjas do on their cosmetics lots. Free shipping and 5% off. You have an opportunity to save a ton of money per unit with that special. But that coupon code expires at the end of June, so you only have a few days left. Okay, so now these boxes are not going to be as nicely packaged as Wholesale Ninja's typical cosmetic box lots are, because these were basically put in a box and put on a pallet. They don't have to be filled to the brim. They don't have to have a lot of bags and packaging, because when boxes like this are sitting on a pallet, you can't shake up the boxes. You can't roll the boxes around, because when a whole bunch of boxes are on a pallet, you need a forklift or a pallet jack to even move the pallet from one place to another, which means all of the boxes are sedentary. They don't get shaken, they don't get rolled, unless the whole pallet topples over, and in which case you're screwed. That obviously didn't happen here, because I'm already opening up these boxes and I'm not seeing any damage at all. I'm just kind of taking the time to open these up real quick so we can kind of get an overview of what all of these boxes look like at a glance. Now, I do plan to put out a couple more videos in the month of July stemming off of this massive cosmetics haul. I'm planning to do a video where I talk all about how exactly I sort a large amount of cosmetics, and I'll also go into how I ship cosmetics, because that is a big reason why I love selling cosmetics so much, is how fast and easy and cheap it is to ship. And then I'll do a third video where I actually show how I list these cosmetics, meaning am I doing singles, am I doing lots? That's also an opportunity for me to show you how I do inventory for these and how they're stored in my basement. And I'll also go over the estimated profits that I expect to make off of this palette. So make sure that you are subscribed and ring the notification bell. That way when those videos come out in the month of July, you'll know when they're posted. Okay, so right now I have 6 boxes open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. All right, so where to start? When I have a large quantity of items like this, I like to start by pulling out the things that I see the most of. So in this case, it would actually be nail polish. So just by looking at the manifest, I did know that I was going to be getting a significant amount of nail polish. I was very happy to see that it's this CND brand. So I don't always love selling nail polish because it doesn't always sell for a really good amount of money. But the most nail polish I have ever sold is this CND brand. And there is a plethora. I have a whole bunch of different colors and quantity. That means that I have more opportunity to get creative with how I sell it. Do I want to sell them in mix lots? Do I want to sell them in multiples of the same color? Do I just want to do variations? That I will actually talk about more when I do the video showing how I am listing all of these products and talking about estimated profits. But for now, I plan to just pull out all of the nail polish that I see and set it in this other box that I have right here next to me, because once I get out all of the nail polish, it'll be a lot easier for me to see what else I have and start separating it a little bit more. And while I go through, I'm going to be checking for damage, and anything damaged I'm going to be setting over here and getting a very vague first sort. I will do the second video coming out in the month of July. I will show my entire sorting process to get it ready for listing. Right now we're just doing the vague sort where I just keep all like items together. These are CND Vinylux Professional Longwear Polish. So these have 2 different colors and then 2 different top coats. There's a gel-like shine and an ultra shine coat, and then the 2 different colors, the Rouge Red and the Rebel. Then here's another one that has Romantique and Married to Mauve. I love it when nail polish comes in little boxes because it's just added protection for shipping. Oh, I've sold this before. This makes me excited to see. I wonder if I still have the listing up. Because if I do, I won't even have to create a new listing. The listing's already done. It's the CND Solar Oil. It's for nail and cuticle care. So this isn't even nail polish. This is just cuticle care. Very happy to see this. I think the last time I sold this, I sold them for $10 a pop, and there's 4 of them right here. And here's something similar that I've never seen before. So this is Rescue RX. So it's a daily keratin treatment for conditioning your nails. Improved nail condition in 1 week. Really? 1 week it says. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3 here. See, I might even be able to get creative if I have enough and sell them in sets of 2, like do 1 cuticle oil, 1 keratin treatment, because then I also have a cuticle eraser. It's a gentle cuticle exfoliator. There's 1, 2 of those in here. So if I have enough variety, I might be able to get extra creative. Here's a C&D Service Essentials Solar Speed Spray. So this is a quick dry spray. So when you do your nails, you spray it on afterwards and it quick dries the polish. All right, well that made it really easy. So all I ended up doing was, since this was primarily nail polish, I just took out everything. Like these little lipsticks that were in here, I just took those out and left all of the nail polish in here. You could see all the variety of colors. They're all in great condition. They're all brand new. That one is a really pretty color. Oh my goodness, that's a pretty color. That's a Lindey color right there, in case you didn't know. Lots of brand new C&D vinylux nail polishes. So now this is officially the nail polish box, because we want to keep this whole process fast and simple because we got a lot to go through. All right, so now I'm just going to keep on pulling out the C&D nail polish and putting it in this box. So here's another boxed product. It's the C&D Vinylux top coat. It's a weekly top coat, so it's a top coat that's supposed to last for 7 days. C&D, this is a gel-like top coat, so it's a little different from the other one. This is more of a gel, which means it's a lot thicker. This is another Rescue RX. This is the Keratin Treatment Pen. So it's a little bit like the keratin treatment, but this is in pen form. I'm assuming that it is for on the go, maybe, but it looks a lot like the other product. Here's another C&D solar oil. Again, it's in stick form. I'm thinking it's for travel or for just like ease of putting it on without having the little jar where it's like a traditional nail polish where you have to stick the brush into the jar and brush it on. This appears to just be a solar oil cuticle stick, so you could just literally pop the cap off and brush it on your nails without having to, you know, play that whole game with the bottle and the brush. Okay, so I think I've got all of the nail polish out of this box, so I'm just gonna set it over here. Don't think there's any nail polish in here, so I'm gonna skip that one. Pull this one over, pull out all the nail polish from here. So there's a lot more varieties of these small variety packs with the 2 colors and then 2 different kinds of top coats. There's a few different varieties of colors here. So what I am noticing, this is my box of all of the C&D nail polish so far. I'm seeing a lot of quantity and consistency of color. So I do not doubt that I will be able to do mixed lots or multiple lots of the same colors, because there is a lot of variety here and they are all in excellent condition. There's nothing broken, nothing spilled, so that is great. So now there are some that have separated. Nail polish tends to do this. It's not a big deal. You just have to smack it around. Just kind of beat it into submission a little bit. And then it's completely fine. All nail polish needs to be shaken up. I've had people ask me about that, like if they see nail polish and it's separated like this. A lot of people seem to think it's ruined. It is absolutely not ruined. All you have to do is shake it up. You can actually hear a little ball when you're hitting it against your hand. Let me put it up to the mic and see if you can hear it. I don't know if you could hear the little ball, but there's actually a little ball in there that helps mix it up. See? It's all gravy, baby. Okay, so now a goal that I have is to make as many empty boxes as I can, because as I go through and show you guys what else there is besides, you know, really the nail polish is all I've showed you so far, I want to have empty boxes to put items into, right? So I'm putting nail polish in here and everything else in this bigger box here so we can get a better look at what I've got. And I do see here right off the bat, we do have some damage. I don't see what might have broken, so hopefully something didn't break. Hopefully this is just damage that was done on the shelf or in the original in the original master case or something, because I don't see anything broken here, but you can see there is nail polish all over here. It's all over the bottle, but honestly I just need to take some fingernail polish remover and clean it up. That's all I need to do with these. So I don't consider that damage at all because it's still sellable after I clean it off. Second box now for nail polish because this one's getting pretty full. I'm gonna empty one more box and then we're gonna look at a whole bunch of other stuff that's not nail polish. All right, now I have enough stuff to where we can start looking at items that are not nail polish. So there's almost 2 full boxes that were just nail polish. Now keep in mind, I still have, oh my gosh, I don't know, 20 boxes that are sitting over there. So this is gonna take me a minute for sure. But now I have a brand new item that I can look at and I don't have to kind of filter through all of the nail polish. So what I see a lot of here on top is some LA Girl high definition long wear foundation. So I am not at this time going to be paying attention to what colors there are. I am just basically going to be checking for damage and just setting them aside. So I have another empty box sitting here. This is going to be all of the face stuff. So this is going to be stuff like foundations and blushes and highlighters and contouring, things like that. And then I will have a completely separate box that will be for all lip products like lipsticks, lip glosses, lip liners. And then I will have another box that's going to be all eyes, which is all things like mascara or eyeliner or eyeshadow or eyebrows. So that is basically how I'm just kind of controlling the chaos of this amount of quantity. And then again, I'm going to resort it again later, and that's going to be on a different video. But right here off the top, I just see some LA Pro Cover High Definition Foundation. I also see some LA Girl Velvet Bronzer Sticks. So this is the perfect time of year to sell things like bronzer. So there's highlighting and illuminator sticks, multiple different shades, and then I'm also seeing some duplicates of what I'm already holding in my hand. So there's a few different shades, but at this time I'm just going to stick all of these in the face box. And then we have some Luminous Glow Liquid Illuminator, couple of different shades of these. There's one that's a little darker and one that's a little bit more fair. So I'm going to pull all these and stick those in the face box. Here's an e.l.f. I do see a lot of e.l.f. kind of in the lower half of this box. This is a e.l.f. foundation serum with SPF 25. Now this does have an expiration date on the bottom, so a lot of these cosmetics I am expecting to be at date or shortly past date. That just happens with cosmetics on palettes sometimes, but this one is actually in date. I do, however, need to get it listed soon though, so I'm going to stick it aside so that we can get it listed. Anything with an expiration date during the sorting process that needs to be listed like now, I'm setting aside rather than just sticking in a box, because it's going to take a little bit of time for us to resort the box and get everything listed. So anything with an expiration date, I am setting aside in a completely different area. Got some more LA Girl. This is the high definition pressed face powder. Some Luminous Glow Illuminating Powder. There's a couple of different shades of those. We have Holographic Stardust and Sun-Kissed. I don't know what it is about the term sun-kissed, but anytime I have any sort of cosmetic that has sun-kissed in it, it sells really, really fast. I don't know what it is about it. All right, so again, I'm just pulling out anything that's face that I've already shown you guys and sticking it in this face box here. Got some e.l.f. highlighting powder in Stardust Glow, some e.l.f. mineral pearls in shade Natural. There's an e.l.f. illuminating palette. There's another e.l.f. shimmer highlighting powder in Starlight Glow. Looks like a little bit of different packaging. Got some e.l.f. under eye highlighter and concealer. So it's a two-sided stick. One has a concealer, one side has a highlighter. Oh, here we go. Here's a lip color. So this is an e.l.f. So that is going in a different box. Lip colors are going to be over there. Face is over there. Nails are over here. I know you can't see all of this, but just so you know where I'm just like tossing things. Here's another lip. This is an LA Girl matte flat finish pigment gloss. Pigment gloss. It's a pigment in shade Timeless. There's another e.l.f. lip color in Praline. Ooh, here's a Cream Shop powdered bronzer. I really like this Cream Shop brand. And it's a bronzer. Perfect time of year for bronzers. There's an LA Girl gel eyeliner. So now we're starting to see some eyeliner stuff. So this is just a tub of gel eyeliner, and I believe it has a, does it have a stick? I don't know, but it's all in a box. Apparently it's a eyeliner kit, and it even shows you do perfect winged eyes. Okay, so here there is a little bit of damage, but this is not something that I'm concerned about, because if you see here, I don't know if you can see or not, but the perforation is still on here. So this has not been taken off. This is just kind of ripped a little bit. So I'm just gonna take that off and make sure that the cap is still sealed on, which it is. So that's no big deal. That might have just come off when a sticker was getting removed or something. Here's an LA Girl Just Blushing Just Bare Blush. Here's an e.l.f. Beautifully Precise Multi-Blender Precision Massager. That is something I've never seen before. So it's a face brush, but apparently it's got massaging bristles on it. I don't know. Now this is going to go in the face box because it's for applying powders to your face, so that I don't have to go get a full box just for brushes, because I honestly don't remember how many brushes I'm supposed to have. Yes, this is manifested, but let's be honest here. When there's 6,000 units, you're not going to remember exactly how many of one kind of item that you had. The manifest is just basically there to scroll through and be like, do I like this? Do I not like this? Yeah, 54 cents, I'll do it. So here's an e.l.f. Natural Glow face palette. It's the Fresh and Flawless mix. Here's a Cream Shop Ready Set Glow cushion highlighter. Here's a Burt's Bees lip color. So I'm pulling out a whole bunch of these LA Girls flat finish pigment lip glosses. So I'm just gonna grab all of these. Oh, and there's some more Burt's Bees. There's a few different shades of Burt's Bees. Here's an Essence Color Boost Matte About Matte lip gloss, or lipstick. I guess it's a liquid lipstick. There's another Essence brand Fresh and Finish Awake Primer. There's an e.l.f. Clay Eyeshadow Palette, Necessary Nudes, because we all know that nude eyeshadow is necessary. Holy brow! Peep the shade, people. Includes brush and spoolie for your eyebrows in shade medium. Here's an Essence eyebrow brush. Here's an e.l.f. highlighter in Apricot Glow. It's an Essence Pure Nude pressed highlighter. Yes, it's a baked highlighter powder in Be My Space Light. It's a couple bottles of Essence Prime Studio Primer Spray. Cap popped off of this one. It's a Cream Shop Toasty Cushion Bronzer. Okay, so I'm just like pulling things out because we've already seen them before. There's a lot of duplicates in here, and there's also a lot of variety, which is another reason why I was very, very excited to get a palette with so many units on it, because I love quantity and variety of those quantities. For instance, if you have a large quantity of one kind of foundation but multiple shades, it's really easy to piggyback off of your listings and just change the shade. It allows you to get stuff listed so much faster. So for instance, let's say I have 100 of these foundations. If I have 100 of these foundations and there's 10 different shades, I can just make one listing to go from scratch, just like one listing, and then I can replicate each listing for each shade, and then I'll have multiple quantities of each shade. So boom, I can have 100 units of something listed within like 30 minutes, depending on how many there are. So that's another reason why I'm very excited to see a variety of shades of the same kind of product along with a high quantity of it. Here's an e.l.f. split bronzer and highliner. So it's a bronzed glow and then it's got a baked highlighter on the side of it. Oh, here's a Essence Kabuki brush. Ooh, we've got a couple of palettes. So these are Moonlight Magic highlighting palettes by LA Girl. So I have recently listed a couple of blush palettes, but these are highlighting palettes. We have our first damage. This is literally the first damage out of all of these. I've probably gone through like 200 or 300 things so far, if not a lot more than that. I honestly I'm not keeping track. Let's just be honest here. But this is the first bit of damage that makes an item unsellable. This blush, see, it's cracked. So this is unsellable. So this is the first thing to go in my damage bin. It's the first thing. The damage bin is empty if not for that. And while we're looking at damage, here's another one that I just found at the bottom. So this is a Matte About Matte primer stick, but there's no cap. And I can't, even if I found the primer stick cap in here, I wouldn't be comfortable selling this because it's been rolling around in here with no cap and someone is going to go rub this on their face. I'm not gonna sell that. So damaged item number 2. So here's a Prime Essence Prime Studio Mattifying Pore Primer. Here's an Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow base. So this is kind of like a primer that you put on your eyelid and it helps your, it not only helps your eyeshadow stay put on your eyes, but what an eyeshadow base is it's like a neutral color so that the true color of the eyeshadow can really shine because it's got a base to bounce off of. There's an Essence Volume Hero Mascara. Here's a NYX Born to Glow Liquid. Oh, I thought it was a highlighter, but no, it is a radiant concealer. There's an Essence lipstick. So I get asked a lot about lipsticks that don't have seals because they exist. There are some lipsticks that don't have a cap, but it's okay as long as they're not used. Like you look at this and you would be able to tell just by looking if it was used, and it is absolutely not used. So I'm going to put the lid on this before I accidentally damage it. It is fine. I will sometimes go ahead and photograph the lipstick with it open like this because this is a really good opportunity to show someone the true shade. And it lets them see that it is not sealed. So if they get it and there's no seal, they don't freak out about it. So now I can tell just by looking that this one, however, is damaged. So this is in really icky shape. So I am not comfortable selling this. I don't even know, can you see? It's an icky shape. So this is gonna go in the damaged box. So I am starting to see that a lot of these are damaged because I don't know, for some reason, maybe they got too hot, but you could see that the tip of the lipstick is hitting the cap. You may or may not be able to go ahead and sell it. Someone may or may not be, you know, okay with the fact that the tip was smushed on the top of this, but in my experience, people don't like that, so I'm going to consider stuff like that damaged and toss them. So here's a Black Radiance Color Perfect Highlighting Pressed Powder. Here's an e.l.f. Mineral Infused Black Mascara. Here's a couple of Essence Melted Chrome Cream Eyeshadow. Okay, we have another damage. So this is some eyeshadow that is broken. Still, so far, breakage is pretty darn minimal. Here's an Essence Kiss the Mermaid lip. Apparently it's color changing. So you put it on your lips and it changes color. This is shade Become Mermazing. Okay, here's another damage. So I'm starting to see some damage. All right, so we've got some sticks here. We've got an Essence eyebrow pencil. Here's the same color eyeliner. Here's an Essence 2-in-1 eyeliner pen. Essence Super Precise Long-Lasting Waterproof Liner. There's an Essence Contouring Lip Liner. There's an Essence Instacare lipstick. Right, have another empty box for sorting all of this stuff out as we go through. And just in time, because I have a box with some bigger stuff. I think I'm going to need that box, so I'm just gonna set it right here. All right, here's a couple. Cream Shop I Am Pure Beauty Water. Okay, now this kind of stuff is right up my alley. I love this kind of stuff. It's a blossoming green tea and cucumber water, ideal for oily or sensitive skin. So there's a couple of those. These, I'm torn with where to put them. I think I'll put them in the face box because I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of stuff like that. Although here is another I Am Balanced Beauty Water. This one has, ooh, rose hip oil and coconut water. I will not keep it. I will not keep it. I will sell it, I swear. Here's a Cream Shop I Am Glowing Dewy Primer and Setting Spray. Here's some more of these cushion bronzers. Here's a Cream Shop number 30 Luminous Liquid Foundation. There's a few different ones here. Here's a Cream Shop Brightest Crayon in the Box Glow Stick in shade Lucky Penny. I'm very happy to see so many face products. I hope that there's a lot more because I love face products, things like highlighters and bronzers. This is the perfect time of year to sell that kind of stuff because everybody likes that bronze, sun-kissed kind of glow for summer. So I'm very happy to see so many face products like that. Here's a Cream Shop Clean Canvas Cushion Primer in shade Purple. So it's a purple primer for your face. Oh, here's another one of those waters. This is I Am Radiant with Akoya Pearl Serum and Hydrochloric Acid. Hydrochloronic, right? It's hyaluronic. I don't know. It's an acid that's supposed to help with your skin. I can't pretend to know what I'm talking about all the time. So here's a detox. Oh, they're all detox masks. This one is a matcha green tea sheet mask. There's a couple of those. There's a pink sheet mask with rose. This is one with, I'm assuming charcoal because it's black, but I don't see it anywhere. We're just gonna say it's charcoal. We're gonna pretend. All right, here's some Cream Shop Lip Lock lip liners. There's a few of those. Oh, here's some more Brightest Crayons in the Box. This is shade Glow Star. Okay, there are a few foundations here that are expired. So again, I'm gonna set these in the damage box because I cannot sell them. Anything going in that box is not sellable. So some of these foundation packages do have a rip on the lid. If I had to guess, it was from removing the sticker because these are still completely full. So I do not have a problem selling these without the box because the box is opened. Because I suspect that it just has to do with, you know, damage or transit, not because the item is used. Here's a Cream Shop It's About Prime makeup primer. There's a Cream Shop Cover Story Full Coverage Concealer. Couple of those. Don't worry, I will show you after I get everything all sorted out. I know that I'm kind of speeding through a little bit here because there's so many units to go through and I want to make sure that I get through every box without this video being like 8 hours long. All right, so I've officially gone through all 6 of the boxes that were open before. So now we're opening up new boxes. And I've only been filming for 2 hours. No big deal, you know, it's all good. I'll cut out most of the boring stuff for you guys because, you know, I highly doubt I've been entertaining this entire 2-hour time frame. Oh, here's an Essence Spice Up Your Life eyeshadow palette. Everything looks good, not broken, still sealed. There's a flat powder brush, eyeliner brush. All right, let's start pulling out everything that we've seen already. Yeah, I threw a blush in there, and now the blush is all over everything. So yay, now everything in the damaged box is gonna be covered in blush. Probably shouldn't have done that. Ooh, here's an LA Girl Flashy Mascara, big and bold, in shade, in shade Jet Black. All right, so this box is pretty ripped. Let's just make sure we good, no worries. The box is just ripped. So anytime I see a ripped box, I like to just take a peek just to be sure, but we good. It's an Essence I Heart Extreme Curl and Volume Mascara. Oh, here's the nail polish. This is a new box, so I might come across some nail polish again. I've noticed all of the nail polish is that CND though. I don't think that there was any other brand of nail polish. I think it was all the CND brand. All right, another box down. Oh, here we go. I like this. I like this box. So these are Eman. I used to say Iman, but then someone told me it was pronounced Eman. So hopefully I'm now saying that the right way. These are the second to none cream to powder foundations. So I have sold these before. It has been a while since I've actually had any. And these suckers sold for like 15 to 20 bucks a pop. I don't know if the market has changed on them, but I'm very happy to have some again in all different kinds of shades. Here's another Eman product. It's the BB cream. It's a skin tone evener. A few different boxes of those. Ooh, there's another one. Got some more of these e.l.f. clay eyeshadow palettes too. Yeah, so the Necessary Nudes, and oh, here's another Necessary Nudes, but it's a different variety. Here's an Eman lipstick. There's several different shades of these, and these are completely sealed. I cannot open these. So they're all brand new and they're not damaged, which is awesome. I've never sold the lipstick in that brand before, but I would have to imagine that it would sell for pretty decent money, judging from the way the clay to foundation sells. Sorry, gotta stop and do a happy dance because I love this palette so much. Oh my gosh, this is, yeah. And pause for a happy dance. Uh-oh. So I have to suspect this is damaged because there's some loose powder. Is a very pretty color. See, this is all, oh no. Oh no. I have to suspect this is the culprit. Oh no. Yeah, that happens. That happens. It's okay. It's okay. I'll just, you know, have shimmery hands the rest of the video. And my hands are shimmering. I don't even know if you could see how much it's shimmering. That's kind of funny though. So I am noticing a lot of these lipsticks, these Essence lipsticks, there's a lot of damage to them, like the stick broke off of the base and smushed into the lid. Unfortunately, there are some that are fine, but then there's a lot that are not. So, a lot of damage on these lipsticks, unfortunately. Ooh, like that one is really bad. But still, breakage is pretty darn minimal in this. It just occurred to me that today is probably a horrible day to wear white. And I love this shirt too. If I ruin it, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Good job thinking ahead there, Lindey. We must have saw a lot of nail polish just in the beginning couple of boxes, because the next few boxes I've gone through, there's been no nail polish in it at all. Just noticing that, so I'm kind of voicing what I'm thinking. Ooh, here's something sparkly. So it is a 2-piece kind of cosmetic bag set. Honestly, don't remember seeing that on the manifest. Ooh, here's another Essence eyeshadow palette. This is Crystal Iced. Ooh, and they're good. They are good. I got a nail polish that's not CND. Not CND. This is OPI, which is another really good nail polish brand. And there's another one in here. Ooh, here's another one of those color changing lipsticks. This is the Turn to Rainbow Sparkle color. So I was really curious to see what was in this box, because it was really big and really, really lightweight. Literally just opened it. That's what's in it. This is what happens when you get pallets and boxes that are not touched, because this was done by the retailer. Like if all of this stuff came from Target, or if it all came from CVS, which I think a lot of this came from CVS because I saw a few CVS stickers. This is the CVS employees putting these in a box, manifesting it, putting it on a pallet, and then it's just Wholesale Ninjas hooking me up with the pallet because it's completely untouched. So Wholesale Ninjas did not only put 4 things in this giant box. This was the retailer doing that, but that's just comical to me. This is not the first time I've seen something like that happen. I've seen huge boxes with like 1 or 2 things in it, and it's such a waste. But you know what? Because I like to reuse boxes, this is a pretty decent sized box, so I'll probably hang on to it and just, you know, be thankful for a free box. Okay, so I wanted to take a second and point out that, so these e.l.f. Serum Foundation, so I have been having to throw a lot of them in the bin because they are just past date. I mean, just past date. I've been running into some in these boxes now that are that don't expire for almost a year. So make sure that you check expiration dates, because just because you have one of one kind of item that does have an expiration date that is passed doesn't mean that all of them will. Well, here's a couple of Real Techniques products. So I've sold this brush cleansing gel before. They sold for, I don't know, $12, $15 a piece. And then here is a stick and store pocket for your brushes or your spongy pad things. It just kind of sticks to your mirror. I actually had one of these. It was pretty cool. Okay, so I've been recording for a little over 3.5 hours now. So that means that it took me roughly 3 hours to sort through all of these cosmetics. Not gonna lie, my back is sore from hunching over. Oh man. So now I did have some damage. There was approximately 50 or 60 items that were considered broken or open that I did throw in this bin over here. So 50 or 60 out of almost 6,000 is very, very small. I was actually expecting more because of how things were just kind of thrown in the boxes. So when you get the box lots at Wholesale Ninjas of cosmetics, the big difference between the quality control of those boxes versus this is those box lots that Wholesale Ninja sells of cosmetics, they are actually packaging those items themselves, and they are taking care when they put everything in the boxes to minimize damage. This is not packaged that way. This came directly from the retailer, and if I had to guess, I would say it's CVS, but that just means that CVS employees are just throwing things in boxes, and then those boxes get put on a pallet, and then that pallet gets wrapped up, and then that pallet gets sold. So Wholesale Ninjas is not actually packaging the items in these boxes, which means that you tend to get more breakage, although everything is shelf pull condition, so a lot of that damage might just be from it getting dropped at the store or happened when it got thrown in a box. The majority of the damage in that box are eyeshadow palettes, which are like little single eyeshadows that just broke, and it could have been something as simple as throwing it in a box and then it busts. And then the rest of it was a lot of e.l.f. I'll just show you. And then a lot of these e.l.f. foundations that are unfortunately expired. There was a lot of e.l.f. foundations that I have over here. They're actually sitting out on the table so that I can get them listed that were not expired. So there was just a handful of them that were. Everything else was in fantastic condition. So on the pallet, there was 31 boxes. And now after going through doing a rough first sort and doing some quality control, I am left with 15 boxes now. And if my eyes don't deceive me, I have 4 that are full of nail polish, primarily the CND brand. There was a few OPIs, but it was mostly CND brand. 1 box here of CND cuticle or nail rescue care. This is a really big box of those. 1 big box of everything having to do with the eyes or eyebrows. 1, 2, 6, 7 pretty large boxes of everything having to do with face. That means things like bronzers, face powders, foundations, face brushes, blushes, contouring, concealer, highlighters. 7 very large boxes full of all of that kind of stuff for your face, which I know I mentioned this before, but makes me very, very happy because I love selling that kind of stuff. Stuff like bronzers and face powders always do really, really well. And then last but not least, there was 2 boxes full of all lips. It was mostly e.l.f. and then some LA Girl liquid lips. And then a lot of those, oh, I forgot to mention, a lot of the damage too was those Essence lipsticks that were kind of broken off and smushed against the top, so it was really damaged. So there was about 60 damaged items, which in a pallet of items in this quantity, it's hard to be mad about that. That is very, very little breakage considering how many items I just went through. I don't know how any other liquidation company could beat that price. This was pretty incredible for that price point. 54 cents a unit. I don't know if I'll ever go back to box lots again. I mean, I've been spoiled by this price point. So the next video that I put out on my channel is going to be centered around sorting all of this. So I did a preliminary sort where I got basic, vague categories together, like the face, the eyes, the lips. And the next step is going to get a lot more involved as where we're going to narrow them down. We're going to sort by type and we're going to sort by color. So that is going to be in a separate video. We will also talk about shipping. I get a lot of questions about how I ship cosmetics, whether it's because it's hot outside or trying to avoid damage and still keep the cost of the shipping label as cheap as possible. I'm going to go through that video and talk all about the sorting process for all of this, as well as shipping, which I will hopefully be able to get my sister-in-law Angie to help me with that video because she is going to be assisting me with the next sorting step because she is so good at it. This is about as good as I can do on my own. I need some help when it comes to the more specific narrowing down of categories, and she's phenomenal at it. So hopefully I'll have her in the next video so you can meet my stunning sister-in-law, Angie. And then the third video that I am planning is all about how I am listing these items, the estimated profit that I am expecting to make off of the entire palette. Of course, it is just going to be an estimate because I'm not going to sell all of this stuff or even list it in the next month. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Then I'm also going to talk about how we are storing and doing inventory for these products, because when things are little, they can go missing. They need to be well organized so that when they sell, we can pull them from inventory and get them shipped. But right now, I am super pumped. There was a lot of really good stuff in this palette. I am so excited. I cannot believe the price point. I cannot believe that I have all of these on my tables right now. I'm so excited to continue on with the journey, selling an entire palette of cosmetics. Also, don't forget that you only have a couple of days left to take advantage of that June special that Wholesale Ninjas is running on all of their cosmetic slots. Again, the code is Lindey June, and the last day to use it will be June 30th to get free shipping and an additional 5% off of any cosmetic slot on the Wholesale Ninjas website. I will make sure to link it all down in the video description if you're interested. It really is a fantastic opportunity to branch off and try cosmetics because, I mean, free shipping, hello, who doesn't love free shipping? And 5% off, man, that's gonna be a good deal. If you like this video and videos like it, please do remember to leave a thumbs up before you go. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and ring that notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I post a new video. And don't forget to check the video description. I will put a lot of useful information in there for you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. I will see you with my next video. Bye-bye.